Okay, welcome back. Or welcome me back. Gamer Penguin back again after a couple of months, I think, without a video. Got me. Hang on. Yeah, a couple months without a video. My settings are all off. Okay, let's put it there. That sounds good. Horse. So let me run some chores here, and I will explain what happened and some changes to the series as a result. What went down? Spiders in the window again. I can't find it. Last episode I put up, at the end of it, I actually recorded myself. What am I here for? Oh, yeah. Bone meal. I recorded myself building a chicken machine. One of my little chores here will be to check on the chicken machine, so I'll show it to you. In recording myself, I've got my friendly sounds off because the chickens make so much noise. Yeah, there's a good number of chickens in there. When they kind of stand in clusters like this, and when they're fanned out pretty evenly, so they look sort of like cylinders, that's a good time to harvest. Whoops. Yeah, this is the harvesting mechanism. It's a dispenser with a water bucket and a button while there's waiting for them to drown. This is a device I'll show you in a second. But the way the chicken machine works, there's a chicken. You see a hopper there. Standing on top of that hopper is the first chamber. There's a bunch of chickens up there. They lay eggs, which come down into this thing. And there you just saw the what I call the item cannon. This is adapted from a generic bee design. When an item enters into the dispenser here, it fires off a tick, which fires the dispenser. Which, are you dead yet? Oh, because I got the noise off. I'm sure they're dead. Yeah. And one of the flaws with this design, this is sort of a jury-rigged ghetto version, is the chickens just standing there produce so many eggs. And up here, the eggs will get fired into here, which makes more chickens. The more chickens that are in here, the more eggs they produce. And this down here is my way of dealing with overflow, and even then it's not working. So I got to come up with a much better filtering system. And I have one already designed, I just haven't implemented it. I've moved my nether portal down here too. So, where did it go? Oh, there we go. 46 chickens. This thing can actually produce a lot. And as the quick explanation is, the more chickens you have up here in the upper chamber, the more eggs they'll lay, the more eggs, or the faster you'll get chickens down here, and the better your overall yield over time. Let's go over some changes here. Horse, as I mentioned. This is... Oh, where'd you go? Come back. There it is. Petunia the pig. This is the pet pig. Not for harvesting. I've got a pig farm over yonder. Moved the farms out. Hang on, let's just enjoy this. Is there any sweeter sound? It is a sweet sound, but they're loud. The reason there's so many zombies clustered around here is I got farmhands. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, one's already up and out. I have one of each helmet. Yeah. Oh, Goldie. I have one of each kind of villager. I'm not in the snapshots yet. The new snapshots have a bunch of... kind of refined the villager trading. They're new kinds of villagers. They specialize now. Farmers and the armor smiths, or the blacksmiths do at least. Do I have anything for you? You don't buy chicken. The farmer buys chickens. That's the main purpose of the chicken machine. It produces food quite nicely. You also get feathers. But better than anything else, chickens for villager trading. This guy, well, before we talk about him, let's meet the blacksmith. Get back here. He's unlocked quite a bit. Yeah, diamond hoe. Is there anything more pimp than a diamond hoe? I mean, it's such a waste of diamonds. See, diamond shovel, diamond helmet, diamond chest plate. That's nice to see. La la la, and then he's stuck there. I think, did I pass by diamond pickaxe? Nope, no diamond pickaxe. Yeah, this guy's pretty wrecked. I'm still working on him, getting him unlocked so I can get full diamond gear from him instead of harvesting, and then I can just use diamonds for construction or crafting and repairing. There's the spider that was making noise before. Ha! One shot. I got a nice bow. Unbreaking 3, power 4. Looking at my gear, there's this guy looting. Sharpness, unbreaking. Efficiency 4 on the diamond pickaxe. No unbreaking, so I gotta deal with that. Efficiency 3, unbreaking 3 and a shovel. That's nice. Unbreaking and efficiency. Fortune on an axe, I don't see the point of. I mean, is there anything that you attack with an axe that fortune benefits? Here's the pigs. It's the pig pit. Get in there. Keep them for... really just for trading, because I don't need food. Well, I mean, I do need food, but I don't need pork. Farms, pumpkins here. I've been exploring, by the way. I'll show you the map in a second. Pumpkins, netherwort. Potatoes, I got a potato off a zombie. Haven't found any villages yet. Carrots, of course, for the pigs. Watermelons, mostly for healing potions. The sheep, Carlos and the sheep. Hi, Carlos. Carlos and the sheep are down here now. They were in this area. I brought them across from over the river. You got some shrubberies out here. You got the big bushes. I don't know if I've ever seen this in a video. I pointed it out in one of mine. But if you hit one of these with bone meal, it pops out another one of itself. So, just wail on those with the bone meal and you get a bunch of these, and then it's a great source of dye. I don't have a name for the horse yet. This is the old farm. It's still being hydrated by that water there. The horse just lives there. It's covered. He's happy. I got another dog. There are dogs. Storage is starting to overflow. So this one here is nothing but arrows. I found a skeleton spawner, which we'll show you in a second. My brewing setup. The house, I don't think the house was finished last time I was here. I had my enchanting set up here. That's been moved, but I left some bookshelves. Nice library. Bedroom, still pretty Spartan. Stuff I've done. I've taken to fishing. Where it's in this chest? This is my gear chest. Luck of the Sea 3, Unbreaking 3, Lure 3. I did not enchant this. I fished this bad boy up as is. Fishing. There's a clownfish. They don't serve any purpose in the game. Rhino salmon with that one lily pad, which I haven't used yet. I got some name tags. In fact, I got levels. Oops, wrong. Anvil. There we go. Let's take care of this. Carlos, the sheep. As an insight into my sense of humor, it amuses me that I'm giving a sheep a name tag that actually identifies him as a sheep. Just in case you couldn't tell that he was a sheep. I could name Petunia the pig, too. Sheep... Got the magenta from... magenta sheep, yes. Come on, Carlos. Where you at? There you go. Boom. Carlos the sheep. Yay! Okay, where... oh, man. It's in the ender chest. No, it's not. I lost my freaking map. There it is. Map number 6. Yeah, let it fill in. So here's the map that we had. This is just a one... 0 zoom, 1 zoom map of our immediate area. There's a little peninsula. Here's where I'm standing. You are here. Here is a fully zoomed out map of our area. It's not completely filled in yet. If you look to the... hang on. Nope. That didn't work. I wish there was a way that you could get rid of the HUD, like the inventory bar, but still have the map up. Actually, no. Here, let's do this. And boom. Okay. So we are here, still pretty much dead center of the map. Here's a river going off. It sort of spawns off this way. So, down here, you'll notice this little green patch. That's a little teeny tiny prairie. And then here is roofed forest, and that's a big biome going off this way. There's woods forest, regular forest going here, and that's where I got birch, sapling, oak, sapling, and these guys. Up here is more foresty stuff. Off in this direction is a snow biome, and we'll need that for something later, a project down the road. And we're going to go up to this little spot. So I'll head out and meet you there. I lied. I won't meet you there. Let's start here. Whoops, actually I don't need those. Got myself a little bit of an ender chest network going on. I don't have a silk touch pick, so I'm picky. I wanted to show you what we were doing with the nether. Use the nether. We usually have chickens wandering around here now with the, there was one down there. Loud portal! I'm starting to connect this up to our nether fortress. Yeah, chamber above us, big deal. Got the levels wrong here, so you go down, then you go up. Here's our fortress. This was the old entrance, which I haven't filled in yet. I keep hearing that blaze, but I can't find him. I think he's behind the wall here. We'll head up this way. I'm getting along with clearing this thing out. Actually, I don't want to waste that pick. It's starting to die. So here's our other portal. And this platform sort of ended here, and I'm extending it out to get to the, this portal. It's kind of precarious. Watch for guests. And teleport! And we are in a stronghold! I put the portal right around the corner from the end portal, completely empty. So I had 3 Eyes of Ender in the Ender chest, but I'm saving those for chests right now. There's the Ender chest from before. My base of operations was there. It's moved since. There's sort of a fountain here. Bedroom there. Bit of a workstation. Now, at the end of... Here's my anvil. On the other side of this wall... Actually, I'll show you. Dun, boom. That's a zombie spawner, and there's a skeleton spawner. Right within sight of each other. Ow. You know what? That's no way to behave. Yeah, get walled up. I lost my... Yeah, how do you like that? So it's a water trap. Pushes them into a little channel, which gets them down there. Splash. This looks pretty ugly, but it works. They come down here. There's a source block of water there that means they don't get any fall damage. And then here's a mob softener for them. Hush you. Hostile creatures. So you hit the button. You get a 1 tick of source block of lava, which immediately gets sucked back in, which sets them on fire. I don't have any potions on me. I got harming potions in the ender chest. I don't want to get them. This is the mob softener. We'll get to explaining that in just a second. And then you can throw a potion there or just wail on them. I've only just started caving around here. Even before I started caving, the thing was ridiculously efficient. Come on, little guy. There you go. While I'm doing all this, I was going to explain what... we're taking a little bit of a walk. I was talking about... I was designing the chicken machine, building the chicken machine. Wrong turn. And it just... I was trying to build it from memory, and I kept getting it wrong. So, cave here, not what I was going to show you. Yeah, designing from memory is a ravine, not what I'm here to show you. I kept forgetting, and so I had to window out and go look at other worlds where I'd already built one, or watch the generic B video where I got the idea. Yeah, that sound came just on cue. Yep, mineshaft. Abandoned mineshaft. I love these things. So, we'll work on clearing this out a bit while I talk about what went down. Yeah, I kept forgetting how to build the chicken machine, so I kept windowing out and stopping and getting more and more frustrated with myself, and just... I wasn't having fun. It's the sort of thing I normally would have enjoyed to a certain extent, the experimentation, but doing it on camera, in real time, was annoying because it was kind of getting embarrassing. It's not like it was live or anything. Ah! What happened there? Come on, give me a block. There we go. I wasn't particularly enjoying it, and it didn't make for great video either. It wasn't particularly interesting to watch. Bit of a water sound from me there, sorry. By the way, here's when I'm working through mineshafts. Here's how I do. You got a 3x3 central point here that branches off. You put one in the center and one pointing back to the way out. Let's go this way. Let's clear out these little carbuncles so everything's smooth. Just OCD. Yes, the whole chicken machine sequence just wasn't up to the standards I'm going for. It wasn't particularly interesting to watch, and I wasn't having fun making it. And afterwards, I just kind of... I didn't feel like... It's not that I didn't want to play, and it's not that I didn't want to record, it's that I didn't want to do both at the same time, which sounds weird. And so for a couple months, I just kind of vapor locked and didn't do either. That's unnecessary because this isn't a fork. Yeah, so I didn't record and I didn't play. I wanted to. I kept having ideas, but I don't feel like setting up, and I don't want to... I didn't want to record it. I did want to keep making the videos, but I just didn't feel like it. And one of the guys... I can't remember which one. One of the guys from the B team, B000100 or Generic B, can't remember which, in a video just as advice to YouTubers... I'm starting to say mind crack. His advice to YouTubers was, if you don't know what you want to record, don't. Just play the game. And so I did. I just logged on. I didn't set up my recording. Just started playing the game and started exploring around. Didn't worry about, well, what am I going to record? It has to make sense. It has to be interesting. Just doing whatever I felt like doing. And this is a couple of weeks ago. And you can see how much I got done in a couple of weeks. Because I hadn't really played since the last episode. What came from this direction. There we go. So I just started exploring, playing, no effort to make it any kind of coherent storyline. And I got so much done. I was having fun playing the game, had no real interest in recording, wasn't thinking about how this was going to look from the other end or editing, just playing Minecraft, which is what got me here in the first place. And here's a little trick. We put candle there, torch there, and whoops, frumph. Good way of getting rid of gravel. Don't waste a torch. So yeah, I just started playing the game without recording or thinking about recording. And while that was happening, for one thing, I started having fun. The other thing was I was thinking, boy, I can't wait to record and show this off. So that's what I expect the series is going to be for now, for the foreseeable future. It's not going to be you watching me in real time building things and trying to vamp and think of things to talk about. It's going to be more of a world tour. I'll just play in my own time as I see fit. And then I'll show you what I've done, what I've found, what I'm working on. More tutorial style, which we'll do in a minute, of stuff to work on. Show you elements of the chicken machine and the mob softener. But yeah, more of the in line with like Doc M77's World Tour series. Not a like real-time Let's Play, but more, you know, this is what I do, how I play, so you're not watching me in real time. So, with that little spiel out of the way, let me finish up this here. Dead end. Oh, I'll show you what we do with dead ends. I'll show you what we do with dead ends in this town. Nothing there, nothing there. Well, there's the ravine, but we'll explore that later. But dead end here, so that's just a hole where I dug some stuff out. Nothing branching off from here. Wait a minute. Are there two ravines? Awesome! back here to the intersection, and we just close that right off. So I close that off there. It's cobblestone, 3 across. I know I've been here. I know I've explored what's back there. No reason to go back there. So I'm going to extricate myself out of here, get back to the... actually, no, I'll just exit out here. All right, here we are. Everybody's on fire. Here we are in my new creative world, which I'm calling... Let's put on some sounds, because I just want to hear them burn. Haha. This is my creative world, which I have called the Undisclosed Location. I'm going to show off some stuff for you. First things first, the mob softener, compact mob softener by Mumbo Jumbo. I'll link in the description to his channel. Mumbo does a lot of redstone stuff. He's a good builder too. He's on the Hermitcraft server. I highly recommend him for one other reason, though. He's also a charming Englishman with a nice mustache. But he has the coolest music on his channel. It's this kind of retro ragtime swing, but with a modern drum beat. It's really hard to explain. Just go to his channel and listen to his theme song. But this is what we saw in the mob spawner that I showed you, and... No! Okay, that didn't work. Give me a bucket. Quickly! Get rid of the source block anyway. Let's try this again. Something to do with how the... Oop, I lost a button too. Something to do with how this setup works, loading over and over again in creative. Whoops. Where is... It's this comparator. That's what was here. Or was it a comparator? No. It's another redstone. See, this is exactly what didn't work in the chicken machine sequence I'd already filmed. Like that. So let's see. There we go. That worked. Just had to reset it. So, what we got here is a dispenser sitting on a block. There's a repeater coming out of there set to 1 tick. So you place down a repeater like so. It's closed like so. Wait, that's wrong. Like that. I think I'm doing this backwards actually. So block with a button and a torch on top. You got a repeater coming out of that, opened. I was explaining something. When you place down a repeater, it's closed like this. Position 1, 2, 3, 4. Block, button, torch. Repeater at position 4 into a block. It's actually sitting on top of a sticky piston. Now I gotta find the block again. Quartz. I just like a block of quartz. Sitting on a piston, dot of redstone. Then you got another repeater to position 2 into a block. Hopper sitting on, or dispenser sitting on top of that. You put it, and it's just a 1 tick count, spits out that little source block of lava and pulls it back in. So anything standing on this block will immediately be set on fire. And then it'll take 1 point, I think 1 point of damage from the lava, and then it'll be on fire, and it'll hit 13, 14, 12. It'll burn down to about 1 heart. And then you just throw your potions at the trapped monsters or whatever. This could also work for the chickens. You could, a chicken farm, if you don't want raw chickens, if you're fine with cooked chickens, you use the fire and that'll set them on fire and immediately kill them. I think it's immediately kill them, or maybe 1 tick of them being on fire will kill them, and it'll be pre-cooked. So, second bit of thing. This is from the chicken machine, what I've dubbed the item cannon. It's adapted from the generic B design from his version of the chicken machine. And I call it the item cannon because it works with more than just the eggs. For example, something really nasty. Let's put arrows in here. Ba-dang, ba-dang, ba-dang. There are only 4. So you could put, say, a double chest up here, fill it full of full stacks of arrows. This thing will fire forever. What materials, weapons? No. Materials. Miscellaneous. Come on. So, yeah, just fill this full of arrows. And it'll... Where's the sound? Friendly creatures? Is that right? Okay, so arrows are considered friendly creatures. That's awesome. Too loud, though. Oh, they are friendly. So yeah, you can set this up with a trap. Like I said, double chest full of arrows will just fire forever. Here's how... Okay, this is getting on my nerves. Shut up. Okay, and you could set this up with a switch or something to throttle the hopper. I forget words. So here's how this works. Here's your dispenser. You have your input from a hopper into the dispenser to a comparator. The comparator goes into a repeater to immediately boost that signal. Then you have the signal loop around. It splits off here and goes back into the comparator. I don't know why. Don't ask. I don't know that much about redstones, but this does work. And if you don't do this, it doesn't work. And then it goes here into another repeater. This is only here to keep it from linking up to that, and then into the dispenser, which fires it. So for the purpose of the chicken cannon, it gets all the eggs from the upper chamber and just starts firing them off. Except if I want to be really mean. That's enough of that. Cool thing about this is I adapted this from Generic B's design. His design works. He got from his item elevator design. And so it fires up. You have this dispenser firing up into another dispenser, and then you repeat the sequence, but this one doesn't stack. I just sort of flattened it out. I prefer the elegance of this. It's a little more compact too, but it goes up and down blocks. What this does do... Whoops. This is going to be a little tricky. I need a block. So here's the alternative design. You have the dispenser pointing downward, and let's say what you don't want is one thing about chicken. It starts firing off. And let's say you have a pit of a little bit of lava down there, or maybe a pit made out of cacti. Quiet. This is your little trash dispenser. You just put a chest on top of this hopper. Anything you dump in there will just get spit right down into the trash pit. So that's the item cannon, adapted from Generic B. Again, like in the description. Now this fella is an item sorter adapted from Generic B again. Cool thing about this is it's modular. So for every item you want to sort, you just repeat this pattern, and you can spread it. You have to spread it one wide. You can spread it two wide if you want to use double chests at the receiving end. And what I'm going to do with this, by the way, this prototype is set up for the chicken farm. So it'll replace that sequence of chests underneath the chicken machine. But it sorts out raw chicken, feathers, eggs, and then what I'm going to do, I don't have it yet, is going to be the, you have, sorry, I'm fumbling again. After this, I want to set it up so that everything that overflows, once the eggs fill up, because it produces a ridiculous amount of eggs. And it's full up of chickens right now because I was testing it. The idea is once any one of these fills up, the overflow of that item will just continue on down the line until it gets to, and we'll stick the item cannon trash dispenser on the end. So you won't have piles of eggs all over the place. You will have loose chickens, but you just kill them. So here's the design for the modular sorting system. You have... It's getting dark. Hang on. Boing. So you have your input. In this case, it's a chest, but you would have the chickens standing on top of this hopper for the chicken machine. This will go underneath the second lower chamber of chickens, by the way. And this feeds into a hopper, and then you just have a line of hoppers, each feeding into the next one. And then here's the sorting design. Underneath one hopper, you're going to have this hopper, which is feeding forward into a comparator. And you click the comparator on. There are two positions for a comparator. Off, on. When you place it, it's off. So it's on, into redstone, down a step, and then into a redstone repeater, block, torch, redstone torch. And then underneath this one, you have the hopper feeding forward into the chest. And then here's the key to this sorting. For an item that stacks to 64, in this hopper, you have a placeholder. In this case, I'm using snowballs. You could also use eggs, but we're going to have eggs running through this thing. So you have 2 snowballs, 1, 1, 1, and 2 of whatever item it is you're sorting. And we'll just drop some chicken in there, and it goes down into this, it goes down into this. And even though it's pointing off this way, a hopper will always try to drop down first. So I can see it passing through here, into this hopper, that's chicken looping, and then into here. So that's our chicken. Then you just repeat this same module again and again. The second one is for feathers. So you see we got 2 feathers, snowball, 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 2 snowballs. And here I got my feathers. So for feathers, stick feathers in the box. And the feathers are going to just travel on down the line until it gets here. Feathers. Drop down into here, feather. And come out here. You'll notice there are no feathers in the chicken box. That's what the filtering system does. Eggs are here. Eggs are different because eggs stack to 16. So the way you set the sorter up here is 1 egg, snowball, 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 snowball. So, put eggs in here. Eggs are working through the system. No eggs here. No eggs here. But eggs here. That's full now. It stuck or is it done? It's done. Yeah, there's always going to be one here too of whatever you're sorting. Yeah, 1 feather. But you can just keep this going on down the line forever. Like I said, I'm going to put one of these trash chute designs at the end to handle overflow. I'm going to have to build a slightly more sophisticated version of this for the mob spawner because they drop more stuff. I get zombies and skeletons, so I'm going to have to sort bones, I'm going to have to sort arrows, zombie flesh, and also just the miscellaneous armor that they drop. But those are our tutorials for the day. Compact Mob Softener by Momo Jumbo. My version of Generic B's item, what I call the item cannon. I don't know if he has a name for the thing. Did I spell cannon right? Yes. And the item sorter, you see I put up sort of a wall here, so you could make it pretty, just have this out here, and an input off to the side somehow, and wall off all this stuff. But yeah, those are the tutorials for the day. So that's episode 7 of Penguin Plays Minecraft. Glad to be back. Kind of getting used to recording again. Well, thanks for watching. I will be back next time. Hope you like the new direction. I'm certainly feeling more confident about this particular way of recording. So, yeah, see you hopefully next week. Salute. You can't do the little salute thing with a pickaxe. That sucks.